The Elves and the Servant Girl by Brothers Grimm. Brought to you by TellStory.net. Stories from around the world. Once there was a poor servant girl who was diligent and neat. Every day she swept out the house and gathered the sweepings into a pile outside the door. One morning, just as she was beginning her work, she found a letter in the sweepings. She could not read it, so she carried it to her employers. It was an invitation from the elves, asking her to serve as godmother at the baptism of one of their children. At first, the girl did not know what to do, but at last she agreed, for it would not be right to refuse such an invitation. 3 elves came and led her to a hollow mountain where the little people lived. Everything there was small, yet more splendid than anything she had ever seen. The cradle was made of ivory, the bathtub of gold, and the bed was decorated with ebony, pearls, and silk. The girl stood as godmother at the christening. Afterward, the elves begged her to stay 3 days. She agreed, and the time passed happily. They made her welcome with music, dancing, and the finest food. When she at last said she must go home, the elves filled her pockets with gold and led her back out of the mountain. But when she reached her village, the house looked strange. The yard was overgrown, and strangers came out when she picked up her broom and tried to sweep. They asked who she was and what she wanted. The girl was bewildered. She said she had lived and worked there, but they had never heard of her. Only when she asked the neighbors did she learn the truth. It had not been 3 days, but 7 years. Her former employers had died long ago. She stood in the street with her broom and her gold, having returned from the bright halls of the elves to a world that had moved on without her. The gold kept her from want, but the memory of those lost years stayed with her always.